Do you have a job or do you have a job? Stick with me as we have a conversation about these two different dynamics. Welcome back, friend. It's Leanne, your human design professional and your BG5 business and career consultant. Oh, I get to help men and women all over the world step into their purpose. And that brings me copious amounts of joy, satisfaction, peace, and absolute awe when I watch the transformation happen in the clientele that I coach. I love supporting them. And what that does is allows them to have this safe space to move into their greatness. So today's conversation is going to be around job. No, I don't want you to quit your job. That's not why I'm here. Today, I want to have a conversation around these two different aspects that were brought to me. Job can mean just over broke, or job can mean joy over boredom. So what is so interesting is that, the world really isn't poor. You are not poor. You're living in this just over broke. Most likely it's because of the distraction. Now, I say that knowing human design. Do I know your situation? No, I do not. However, everybody, each and every one of us has this beautiful, unique frequency in our human design that there's always a this and a that happening. However, when we can change it to the both and the and, all of a sudden we can notice. We can begin to notice that the distractions that are happening in our lives can be shifted to wisdom. Okay? They can be shifted to wisdom. So, are you being sucked in? And are you scrolling? Are you searching? Are you online all day long looking at this influencer, chasing after this product? My question to you is, how are you spending your time, your resources, your mental capacity, and your wellness? How are you spending that versus investing in it? So here's what's really fun is that I got to go to Los Angeles a few years ago to a conference, and this really interesting being introduced himself to me, and his name was Rakesh. And Rakesh came up to me, and he'd been networking throughout the room, and I loved it. I love watching him kind of move around, watch people's interaction with him. And when he came to me, I'm assuming he used this line on everybody. We had the, what do you do? Why are you here? What's your business? Blah, blah, blah. Those kind of conversations. And his response to me was, I am a billionaire. I was like, whoa, okay, you're a billionaire? What are you doing here, right? What's going on? And he's like, I set this intention to be a billionaire. He says, I'm not there yet. But my intention is to not have $1 billion in the bank. It is to have touched and helped and assisted in the transformation of 1 billion people on the planet. Whoa. So what he was doing was he was investing in himself. He was being supported by more than one coach, by more than one conference. He was being supported by a publishing house who was in the works of creating his book. I was fascinated to watch him because what he was doing, it looked like he was spending money on his growth. But what he was actually doing was investing in himself but investing in the billion people that he is going to interact with and transform on this planet. I follow him on Facebook, and it's really fun to watch. He is able to speak, he coaches, he's an author, like he's touching those billion people. And I appreciate that so greatly, to be able to see that distinction. Now, what are you spending on? Are all the distractions on social media, online, on the TV, are all the distractions? You go into the grocery store or Walmart, Costco, whatever it is, into any brick and mortar store, and there are distractions. Psychologically, they know exactly, marketers know exactly what's going on inside. So psychologically, they place items knowing that you're going to make that quick buy. And those are the items where they are able to make a nice return on their investment because they strategically place them. So I'm just asking you, pay attention to the distractions. Okay, pay attention to distractions. What are you spending your money on, your time on? And is that spending just trying to cover up an emotion inside? That's where we want to go to. If Netflix is taking up time and spending, your whole weekend, you get off work on Friday and all of a sudden Monday morning goes and you're like, God, I didn't do anything. I didn't talk to anybody. I didn't do anything. But you binge watched a whole episode of something, or purchasing online products, $27, $37 here, $97 here, all in the hopes that you will be able to understand yourself at a whole new level, and yet still not breaking through. So for me, that is the difference between spending and investment. An investment in yourself, in the correct tools, can really support transformation versus band-aid solution. And what transformation brings is this inner peace, that inner satisfaction, that inner awe, and that inner success. So again, if you've been here on my channel, what you will notice is that I don't dangle the 5, 6, 7-figure businesses in front of your noses. Why? Because I use the profound information provided to us through Ra. And what he really drilled home in his work was that the only time money comes into the human design system and plays tricks is when we are dangling and chasing money. Okay? Money is a side effect of correctness. We attract it. It moves towards us. Even for our manifestors who have this closed and repelling aura, remember, we're all living in this law of attraction. So what I get to do is support people, support men and women worldwide, to step into that purpose and create that purpose-centric business, so that the distractions on the outside no longer are like flinging you off your game. That is all wisdom. And the purpose-centric business is created, and this pillar is inside, so that the transcendence and the possibilities can absolutely be seen in the frequency. So that your inner peace, so that your inner satisfaction, your inner awe, that success all happens. And will money then be a side effect? Of course it will. Okay, of course it will. But we need to start here first, get solid, get that pillar of strength happening so that all your skills, all your strength, and all the wisdom create the transformation within you, and then you then get to walk out and support transformation for others. That's where we are moving. The cross of the sleeping phoenix is rooted in transformation. The 54 is right there. Okay? So if you can, I would encourage you, and I would really insist that you do this homework this week. Log your time. Where are you spending your time? Where are you spending your money? So that we can move you from just over broke to joy over boredom. When we're just over broke, we're usually really bored and we're beating ourselves up internally. Now, I'm not saying that you have to quit your job. That's not what I'm saying. Let's transcend that boredom. Let's transcend that recognition of being quote unquote broke, and let's move you into a place where that transformation is the heart and soul of who you are, and you are making the investment into you, and you're making the investment into a support mechanism to hold you in that, so that you can then go out and transform and help other people do the same. Okay? So this week's homework, get really serious with understanding, what are you spending your time? What are you spending your time doing? What are you spending your money on? And what kind of energy are you spending beating yourself up in this negative self-talk? Get clear on that. Know that. And then I would also love for you to play with the homework that is this as well. How many people would you love to help transform? You know, Rakesh said 1 billion people. 1 billion. That's pretty big. Right? It's pretty big. So if that feels overwhelming, start with 100. Start with 1,000. Start with 1. How many people would you like to help? Declare this stuff to the universe. And when we do that, it's so beautiful. Okay, enjoy your homework. And if you would like to join in on the transformation, using the human design system as the core, then I go into all the distractions. We build out a business that is purpose-centric. If you want to move into that, book a discovery call. Let's get in front of each other and see if you and I are a good fit to work together. Okay? Invest in yourself and let me support you. Because that is absolutely my purpose, is to empower clients to be truthful to themselves. So there are slots below in my calendar. Book a call and let's get you to your level of transformation, so that when the sleeping phoenix takes hold in 2027, you are solidly in your pillar of transcendence. All right, thanks, friends.